hey, I'm a bit tired today, so the video won't be as like boom boom kind of explosive. But then yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, today, like, the tiredness, why I didn't like wake up tired, is more of like, those days where you suddenly get like a rush of fatigue at like a certain time. Well, today that like sort of rush of fatigue hit me at around like 12 p.m. today. But yeah, so I guess that fatigue has been prolonged for quite a long time. Yeah, but then this like sudden like fatigue actually reminded me of a time where I felt like really tired or like for a long time. And during that time period, I felt super down. I felt super like sad. And then like during that time period, I didn't really find anything like enjoyable. I didn't really want to do anything, and all I wanted to do was just like lay in bed all the time. But then I still think I still think I got something like out of that time period. I still think I got some sort of experience from that time period. So I want to share kind of like one thing that I shouldn't even be talking about this time period. It's alright. But I want to share one thing that I learned from this sort of time period in my life. And it's something kind of a little bit funny, a little bit stupid, but it has to do with ambition. It's kind of dumb, I know, but then I realized that while I was in a really kind of tough time in my life, I realized that having ambition is really important. Kind of hoping and having ambition that for something to become better is really important. Because I during that time period of my life, I didn't want to do anything. I just want to lay in bed. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to do anything at all. And then I think I already said it, but I didn't find any enjoyment in the stuff that I used to like. But then one day, I was laying down in my bed, looking at my phone, just doom scrolling without a single thought in my mind. I was scrolling, and I guess I was doom scrolling because I wanted to get my head off of like sort of the tiredness, the fatigue and sadness I was feeling. But then as I was doom scrolling, I suddenly had this like spark in my head. I watched this one, I forgot what the reel was, but then I saw this one video, and it had to do with like food. And I saw this random food video from like a food influencer. And then the sudden spark I had was wow, I really want to try that food. So now as a result, I got out of bed. I suddenly felt that little bit of motivation, but a little bit can go a long way. So I felt a little bit of motivation to eat that food. I wanted to try it. I wanted to taste it. I want to eat it. And I wanted to just enjoy the food. And then that small kind of stupid ambition, kind of small like need or desire to do something, it kind of drove me out of that like time when I was really feeling down. So I know a lot of adults are always like, hey, you gotta have some sort of hope, some sort of dream, some sort of ambition for when you're older. And the older I get, the more I realize that like the adults were kind of right. Because these dreams that you have, these ambitions that you guys have, or we have, all as human beings, it's a lot more important than I realized. Because these ambitions, they like drive us, they make us actually want to try and be something. They give us value. Because remember, during that time period, I felt like I didn't really, I was wondering what my life value was. And I think I'm gonna keep on looking down because I feel like talking about this while looking at the camera is a little bit awkward. So I'm gonna just stare down while I talk about this. And then I feel like you should have ambition because that ambition kind of drives you and it gives you purpose. So it doesn't matter how stupid your ambition is. It can be something stupid as, oh, I just want a little bit of food, or oh, I just want like a pretty girlfriend, or oh, I just want be in a really good relationship. It can be something really small and stupid, but then as long as that ambition or as long as that goal is what's driving you and keeping you kind of into things, then I think it's a really, really good thing to have. I don't know. Well, who am I to talk about what's important? I'm just a random guy on the internet making Clash Royale videos talking about his life. But yeah, ambition, hope. Oh, I also want to kind of say, I feel like ambition. Something about expectations. I know there's a lot of different thoughts about like expectations and stuff. Like some people are like, oh, you should always have pretty low expectations so you never get disappointed. And I think those people are semi-right. But I feel like if you have too low of an expectation, then I don't think it's a real healthy thing. Because if you expect too low, then it won't be a good thing. Another loss, but hopefully next one goes better. But then what I'm trying to say is, I feel like I was saying, you should have an ambition, and that ambition should be your goal. But then if things don't go, you should never ever expect something to go right for you and like right away. Like what they mean by expect the lowest, I feel like, is don't expect things to go your way instantly. I feel like you should still have at least somewhat high levels of ambition, some level of goal to drive you, but then you shouldn't expect everything to go right good for you right away, because, well, number one, it wouldn't you wouldn't be driven to actually do what you want to do, to go for your to achieve your goal. If it's just handed to you, it would just be something random, just be like a given, a guaranteed. And additionally, if you just were given right away or just expected everything to come your way, then when it doesn't, I feel like it kind of hits you harder. So instead, I think you should have high ambitions, but then instead of expecting like low or high, I feel like your expectation should slowly kind of build up and up. But I'm sorry, not expectation. Well, expectation kind of slowly builds up. But I feel like what people should do instead is, if it does work out well, then I feel like you should be really grateful, really really happy that it worked out that way. Gratefulness, yeah. But then, because if you're grateful for everything that happened, I feel like it doesn't matter about your expectation as much, because if you're grateful for most things, then you're happy. And I think as long as you're happy, that's what's good about life. So summary, keep your ambitions high and always be grateful. Now I think that's the moral of the story. Sorry, the video is a little bit less funny storytelling than it normally is, but then I hope that's fine. Actually, to kind of make the video a little bit more lighthearted, I feel like I should tell a story, like funnier story. So yesterday, nice prediction. So yesterday I was going out with my friends, and we went out. No, sorry. We went out, played some basketball, came back home, and then we went to our house. And then what happened was we ordered an insane amount of Wingstop, like insane amount of Wingstop. And guess I'll have more time for storytelling. But we had a lot of food. So then we were playing this game called Catan. And then as we only played like the first 5 minutes. We barely even started the game Catan. But then we started playing. And then as we played, we actually DoorDashed some food, because my friend, he had 1 day left of DoorDash Premium. So then we ordered Wingstop, and then we ordered like $40 worth to split between the four of us. We got like an insane amount of food, man. It was crazy. We got like we had a lot. So let's say we had a lot. Like enough for each of us to have like what, like a couple tenders and like a lot of like a dozen so boneless wings. So then we had a bunch of food, and then after all, but then the thing was, we ordered a bunch of spice. I feel like it's Lumberjack here. Yep. He ordered a bunch of flavors that were low-key pretty spicy. So then what happened was all of us started like cramming into the towel rush. We all I think I lost. But yeah, we all, basically, the funny part was we used the bathroom a lot, but then, well, yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, guys.